Last week was packed with major updates and some controversial releases in the Star Citizen universe. From multiple PTU builds, smoothing all the way to the official launch of Alpha 4.2.1 to the highly debated debut of the RSI new Meteor fighter, there's plenty to talk about, so let's get started right now. Welcome to Last Week in Star Citizen. The week began on Monday, July the 14th, with the usual This Week in Star Citizen post outlining upcoming events and updates to prepare players for the week ahead. On Tuesday, July 15th, Cloud Imperium Games released the second release candidate for Alpha 4.2.1 on the public test universe. This build focused on fixing persistent inventory bugs, including an issue where items could unexpectedly return to their original inventory after being dropped, transferred, or equipped. These fixes aim to stabilize gameplay in advance of the live launch. Wednesday, July 16th, brought both a roadmap update and a roadmap roundup, providing clarity on development priorities and upcoming features. The third release candidate for 4.2.1 also arrived on the PTU, removing personal cooldowns on small and medium resource drive missions with an 8-minute cooldown limit on large missions. A bug causing quantum travel to exceed intended speeds, and also several client crashes were also fixed. On Thursday, July 17th, we had the official release of Alpha 4.2.1 on live servers. The Resource Drive event went live, offering scalable hauling missions that integrate into evolving economy. The new Ship Escort mission type debuted, allowing players to protect valuable convoys in PvE scenarios. PvP interdiction was activated, heightening the risk for those traveling without escort. Week-alone mission recipe rewards were adjusted to remove randomness, making rewards more consistent. Green Zone security was reactivated in select areas, renewing debates on law enforcement's role in the game. Station defenses were updated, and the Apex Valakar's AI improved, setting the stage for future dynamic content. Flight tuning changes were implemented. Executive ship loadouts were reverted following player feedback, and salvage mechanics, especially for the Reclaimer's point defense cannons, were rebalanced. The Volt Pulse pistol was introduced as a new FPS weapon. Performance improvements and network stall optimizations accompanied nearly 160 bug fixes, including 46 from the Issue Council, reflecting once again ongoing commitment to polish. The week's most contentious highlight, however, was the release of the RSI Meteor, RSI's medium fighter, priced at $240 warbound. Designed as a sleek and lethal strike craft with bespoke size 5 ballistic cannons and onboard living quarters, the Meteor targets pilots who prefer rapid alpha strikes. However, testing revealed significant survivability issues, especially due to its dual size 1 shield generators. Many players, myself including, experienced quick self-death from minimal missile fire, and while striking in design, I'd say that the Meteor's fragility questions its viability as a frontline combat ship, positioning it more into a role of a collectible rather than a durable fighter. Finally, on Friday, July the 18th, the RSI Weekly Newsletter provided a brief recap of Thursday's major releases, the Alpha 4.2.1 update, the Resource Drive event, and the Meteor launch, without introducing new information, unfortunately. And so that wraps up our look at Last Week in Star Citizen. Alpha 4.2.1 brought fresh gameplay, content, and quality of life improvements, but the RSI Meteor's launch has sparked heated debate over its performance and value. As always, the verse is evolving and your feedback continues to shape its future. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay up to date with all things regarding Star Citizen. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.
There'll come a time we'll have to be smart. Now what we have is just an illusion, a placeholder that's far from the final vision. Thou shalt not take what thou hast for granted. It's all subject to change, it's what they wanted, and it will stay so till release day. Pay attention, that's what they always say, but we still